breaking news, breaking news, breaking news. You already know what it is. Juanita Mecca Audio. Thank you for tuning in. Like, subscribe, hit that bell. You already know, make it do what it do when it do. Now, we gonna jump right up in this one because I seen this and it was actually kind of interesting because my boy Terrence Howard, he don't usually be talking as much as about others as more as he trying to do lawsuits and all fight for his money, respect. Now, Terrence Howard, he actually talking about how allegedly how all the people that went to all the Diddy parties, okay, lost their manhood, and he claims that regardless if they lost, anybody that basically lost their manhood, they never recover, they never get it, they never come back right. They usually, start getting on to things, start doing some things, maybe even do it to other people and get them to use their little thing too. Who knows? This is just opinions, right? Let me know what you think. Write that in the comments. Let me know how y'all feeling, what you thinking about it. So I'm gonna play this video though because you already know. I believe also too Terrence said that in this video, but I'm gonna get to it because I really want to talk about that one. I thought it was hella funny how how Terrence really said that he think Diddy wanted to do the thing to him. Stick his little thing in his little butt and do the little thing with him. Make it do what it do. Or maybe he wanted Terrence to stick his thing and Diddy thing, make it do what it do. I don't know, allegedly. Now, but if I don't know if y'all remember, because I actually love 50 Cent movie. What is it? Get Rich, Die Trying. You remember when Terrence was in there and he was naked in the shower with 50? They was doing their thing like he was trying to hold 50 down. Bow. He went and started fighting. I don't know if you remember that thing was like, where is that? His thing was real little. I saw a lot of hair. It looked like the hair was longer than the thing. I know it was soft and all, but that thing wasn't even like no 6 inches. You understand me? It was more like a 2 or 3. So y'all let me know. I don't know. So I don't even think that thing will be able to go into BU. You know what I mean? And be able to do Diddy. I'm thinking Diddy will have to do him. Opinions, again, as I said. But let's video rock. Like I said, I want y'all to tell me your opinions. Let me know how you feeling. Yeah, let's ride. Let's get it.
But when you give up your manhood, I've never seen somebody recover from it. That was all the people that went to the puffy parties. That was all the people that did all those things thinking that there was never going to be a consequence for what they were doing. Get punked out and pimped out by some greater desire. You shouldn't have a greater desire than being a man. So I believe that's a big problem with a lot of the actors out there because they get fluid. And next thing you know, once you go fluid, it's gone. You don't have any foundation to pull yourself back from. So maintain your man card, no matter what.
Man, I mean, one of the things you're seeing, you went to a whole different place.
Yo, let me just say, I agree with Terrence as far, you know what I mean? We're going to give him we're about to give him a round of applause. Boop, 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 boop. Hold on. Don't play with me. We're going to give him a round of applause because I know I got that thing. I was trying to hook my thing up. He did good over there because I do agree with him on everything he said thus far. Now, but what's funny to me is, oh boy, now you took it somewhere else. He looks like he's uncomfortable. Just notice the body movement and all, okay? He look a little uncomfortable to me, but that's just what I'm saying and what I noticed because I actually read people in body language. I don't got like the degree or anything, but I do know what I'm talking about. Watch it now.
Sorry.
No, I get it. So you see some guys struggling with that. You see Bieber struggling with that. You see some of these guys struggling with that.
They can't get it out of their head. They can't get it out of their head. The things that they did, no matter how they did it, whether they were drunk or high or whatever, you gave up your man card. You need therapy. And that's the thing that hurts them the most. And so they end up on drugs, end up every way to try and get rid of any principles there are. And that's what the business does. And the women that trade their bodies to go and get the role, they get to the point where they have their Oscar, they have their money, but they don't have their dream. They don't have the soul that they started with. So it's like achieving don't mean anything. If I get all the Nobel Prizes from doing all of this, but in the process I have to trade out all of my integrity to do it so that they can stay in place, what benefit is that if I lose my integrity? You got to go in as a principal. And what we were brought in here as men. We produce 1,500 sperm per heartbeat for a reason, because the aggression is necessary. You don't trade that in, no matter what.
Did you ever have the opportunity?
I'm gonna agree with him there because it's very, very, very important. Because as I said, I struggled as well with all types of different addictions throughout my grow up, and by the grace of God, you know, if I never was sent to where I was sent, I would have never been able to calm down and really stop and understand what was happening, and you know what I mean. Actually, sit in my pain, but don't touch it. But I'm gonna sit in my pain so I can understand it. Because a lot of times when, as he said, men go through, even females, they go through situations and it ends up being trauma, and somebody took their manhood, right? So as their manhood's being taken, who knows how old they are, how they trusted that person, or who that person was, or even if they was anyone to them. You know what I mean? So just imagine the type of trauma and the things that's going through a person's brain when bad things is happening and they don't want to think about it because it brings them back to that time when they was feeling how they was feeling. So it's very, very important to to seek the help at that time. I know it is hard because most of the time, especially like if it's something that deep, you don't want to have no thought process of it, no remembrance. But at the end of the day, it's always still going to be there, regardless if you're thinking about it, remembering it or not. It still lies and stays within you because you never actually addressed it to actually heal and move on. Because there always will be a time, and please remember when I tell you this, there are things such as triggers. So even if you feel like you might be good, you straight, you ain't thinking about nothing, something that could be similar either happen to you or somebody that you know or just see could trigger that old emotion and that whole old feeling and bring you back to that time. Trust me, I know what I'm talking about because I've been there, done that. So it's very, very important to seek the help if you need it. As I said, seek it if you can afford it. Even if you can't, try to find a way to get it through whoever. But it's very, very important. Our mental health is important. Our bodies are important. You don't want to have to, as he said, the females moving out there selling their body or stealing or killing just to stay up and stay on top, or as the men doing, like come on, we got everybody got to learn how to be there for each other and realize getting help, meaning getting somebody to talk to other than somebody that you know and that knows you, there's nothing wrong with that, nothing at all. That's important. That's key because God, he made therapists, he made a psychiatrist. So we're going to utilize that, right? What could be wrong about that? Let's keep it going. Come on, let's keep riding. I don't want to talk too much about it. You already know. Let's go, though.
To it where you got invited and you said no to it?
Hell yeah.
What was the consequences when you said no?
Puffy invited me for weeks asking me to come and teach him how to, wanted me to be his acting coach for a while. Go there and he's sitting around just looking. I'm like, okay, what's the material you want to work on? He's just looking at me. Then next thing you know, okay, hey, will you help me? I want to hear your music. So I come over there and I play the music. And he's sitting there just looking at me, like waiting. Okay. So then my assistant was like, he wants to hang out with you next week. And I was like, for what? He's like, I think he's trying to fuck you. That's what my assistant said. And I was like, oh, okay. Now I get it.
No Diddy, no Diddy, no Diddy. Stop it. Pause. We don't like that. I'm very, very surprised. But, I believe he's being honest because he's being real open. He's talking real clear. He don't seem like he's a little dazed or anything. So I believe him. And I do know, just like on the outside when people trying to come up, it could be the same way in the industry. It's, at the end of the day, it's all about a grow up and a come up and somebody getting that money. You understand me? So I do believe it.
So now no more communication. Now you know to be hands off with somebody. A number of producers come in to make the approach, and you threaten to punch them in the mouth, or threaten to knock their head off for talking to you or looking at you like you're a woman. When you approach a real man about his masculinity, you're going to get a real reaction back. It's a difference when a guy walks in a room and when a man walks into a room. And a man don't take the same things that a guy will accept. So always be the man in the room. And that's always been my whole thing, and have lost businesses because I don't bend over in that way. I don't compromise. I don't play gay roles. I don't kiss a man. I don't do that shit because the man card means everything.
Yeah, that's facts. He said, I don't bend over that way. You heard me? No Diddy, and I don't bend over that way. We not the birds. We don't do that thing. You better stay away from us. You understand me? I like how he actually elaborated on how he felt, because to me, it makes a lot of sense. I agree 100%. And it's important, as he said, don't get confused in the industry or even on the outside world as you being something that you're not. If this is something that you normally don't do, and somebody asks you to do it, money or whatnot, pass, move on. You understand? It's integrity, and you better stand right to yourself. Don't let people misconstrue who you are for something that they want you to play a role for, or to go run and do a little doja move for, whatever the case may be. You understand me? All right, I just want to bring a little light to that, because I always rock with Terrence, and I appreciated this, that he blessed us with his time and actually spoke a little something about, important, because at the end of the day, allegedly, we don't know if everything that Diddy being charged with was done, but I'm pretty sure there was some things that was done. And sometimes you don't get caught for everything you did, but you end up getting caught for one thing, and that one thing you got caught for is going to pay prior to the price for everything else that you did as well. So it's like, pay attention, do what you're supposed to do, man. Stay out that stay out them people's way. Hey, as I said, like, subscribe, hit that bell, subscribe, Unique Mecca Audio as well. We out of here. Look, I'm gonna put you on a little outro. I am working on my own intro and outro. Understand me, but for right now, I still rock with my fathers all day, every day. So we're going to get there, and I'm gonna take you out. You heard?
Cheers, toast the crime, toast the crime, the crime, the crime, the crime.
Fresh out the can of 26, he back on the strip, getting back in the mix. What he mentions a gift. You stand up 10 toes down, and I suggest you pay attention to this. Take a little gully posse and put it in Harlem. He cut from the bottom, came up from the bottom. Drop the book, you should go and get it. An Instagram page and a YouTube you could go and visit. Then you could consider yourself LinkedIn. Sit front row and get Jews from a kingpin. How he went through it, so you ain't gotta go do it. To not pay attention would be stupid. Talking about a man that probably put your grandfather on. Probably the reason that him and your grams got along. A man that generated millions on the block, did his time, never squilling to the cops, Mecca Audio. Get it live like 2 G's in the 90s. Drop top beamer so shiny. I let shorty go, she was whining. Treat her like my past, she behind me. Spend a couple bands on the Dapper Dan. You be back again, getting green like a Packers fan. No cap, it's a roaring uptown. Baby horn uptown, Dominican bust downs. Now we on the positive, we got a lot to give. Now you trying to stop the kids from being inoperative. So take heed, homie, lend a ear. He started in uptown, he gon' finish dead. But now it ain't about selling drugs, buying cars. It's about buying property to make the community ours, so we can give back to the